All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel, The Conscious Lens. First ever YouTube channel, first ever YouTube video ever. And today is really just going to be super informal. Like, I have no idea how to even start this, but I just figured let me get the ball rolling. You know, often the hardest part is just going from nothing to something. So, this video is essentially my version of doing that. Just get the ship moving. And I thought, let me set the context for why we're here. And before I start releasing a lot longer, more contemplated, much deeper content, let me just let people know like what the mission is for, right? So, in simple, the conscious lens, the point is to help guide people and teach people how to live a more conscious life, looking at that lens, right? Or looking through that lens of living a more conscious life, creating oneself to be a more conscious human being. And the best thing about that is there is no one way to do that. I'm not going to be here teaching you, you must do these things, you must not do these things. It's more just about getting you eager and getting you excited to take life seriously and really become a conscious human being no matter what you do, right? Like I said, I'm not going to tell you that you have to go down a specific path. It's more just whatever you are doing and whichever way you want to create yourself and the type of life you're going to end up creating for yourself, which will be authentic to you, different to how mine will be. We can still guide each other and we can still speak about principles and understand certain things and open up certain topics that will help you do that and just to become more conscious, right? So essentially, that is the goal. That is why I'm here. But at the core of it, my mission is just to get people excited about life, right? To get people excited to take their own existence super seriously. Now, that doesn't mean becoming a serious human being, quite the opposite, but it just means becoming a conscious craftsman of your own existence, really polishing the pieces of your life, really focusing on them, taking them seriously, removing that which you don't want, adding that which you do want, and really like building up each piece of your life, doing that with all the pieces that you want to do, and then sort of like fitting them together in a way that starts to synergize. So, like I said, you become what I would call a conscious craftsman and it's for your whole life. It's like your entire life, right? And what else would you want to do but take your life seriously? Because the process of doing that and the reward of doing that is extremely profound, right? The levels of which you can explore reality when you take it seriously and the things you can create, the character you can build, the trauma you can remove, the things you can learn, and the way you can really build up your life. I feel like it's one thing we were never really taught. At least we were never really taught the depths of how far you can go with that. So that's my mission, getting people to take their own life very seriously and getting people just inspired and just excited for existence, right? Just to wake up and want to create, want to build, want to shape your life, want to craft it in a specific way, want to figure out who you are, what you want, what connects you to life, and really want to figure out like what can you take out of your life? What things do you have right now that are detrimenting you or removing your joy for life and really getting in the way of you being the most powerful being that you can be? So that's the mission, guys. The conscious lens. We're going to open up a lot of deep topics and it's not going to be for everybody. This channel is definitely not going to be for everybody. So I'm really speaking to those of you who wish to build your life into something super profound. Those of you who wish to really become what I would call reality explorers, people who really want to dig deep into reality, the self, other, life, everything, right? We're here to really explore essentially the infinity that is reality, right? So if you're not really interested in that, that's okay. But this channel really is going to be only about that. Like, I'm here to really speak about everything under the broad frame of self actualization and growth, development, all those things. So if you're not interested in that, like I said, that's amazing as well. There is no rule that dictates you have to be into that. But for those of you who are, That's why I'm here. I'm here to really speak to you guys and really get excited with you guys. And yeah, man, I plan to really speak to the deepest side of the topics that I want to speak about. I'm here to really bring content that is long, intricate, deep, well thought out, things that I've spent years contemplating, making mistakes with, learning, reading about, and validating in my own experience. I really hope to speak about things that can really change your life, things that can really like open your eyes to just how great life is and just how much there is for you to do to work on yourself and to improve your life. Because that's all we're here for. We're here to live fulfilled lives. We're here to increase joy. We're here to become more creative beings. There's really so much to it, guys. There's honestly like so much to this whole process. So I'm not going to really mention too much now about what I plan to speak about, but like I said, it's under self-actualization. I've planned out so far a couple hundred ideas, at least to start like really like getting into and really intricately recontemplating so that I can bring you guys like really good content. The videos will be not always very long. You know, there might be times where I speak like 10, 20 minutes about something. It might only warrant a very short video. But I will be honest, there will be times where I'm hoping to open up a very powerful topic over like a 1-2 hour period. And there's really going to be no fluff. I'm probably not, I might, but like I probably won't be doing too much like text on the screen, and there's not going to be like a lot of animations. With that being said, if it calls for it, I will. But I I don't really know where the channel is going to go, to be honest. Like this could end up going in a direction that I haven't really thought of, but I am quite a creative person and I do enjoy like flowing with where the creative energy goes. So I do have a plan and I do have a very specific mission with the conscious lens, but the YouTube channel, like we'll see what happens. So no promises, but the content will be deep. It's going to be very intricate and it's going to be very like narrow. So a lot of videos will be about like one major topic. I'm not going to really talk about like a whole bunch of things in one video. And yeah, so that's really the plan. And in terms of the conscious lens, I I plan to fulfill the mission that I mentioned earlier of helping guide people towards a more profound life with the YouTube channel, which will be like long form content. I've also got a blog, which is at theconsciouslens.blog. Then I'm also going to be doing coaching. So I'm a qualified coach, transformational coach. And yeah, I plan to go into the coaching space to also fulfill the same mission to help people who don't really know how and guide people to becoming more resourceful self actualizers and really helping guide people and coach and mentor them to become self actualizers, to create profound lives, to create what they want to create, to grow in ways they want to grow. So if you're interested in coaching, my website is theconsciouslens.com. You can book a discovery call. So that's also one medium. And then, yeah, Instagram, TikTok, I'll probably just post like very short form content. I'm going to do little like wisdom videos here and there. But the main content will be the YouTube channel. And then I also plan something I'm sort of like toying around with. I've started a Patreon. So if you want to donate, I think it's $3 at the moment, $3 a month. I've got the Patreon at The Conscious Lens. And then also in terms of Patreon, I'm thinking of starting a podcast, which will also be behind a monthly subscription, purely because it's going to be stuff that I spend a lot of time working on, and it's going to demand a lot of my time. And it's something that I'm going to take years of my self-actualization work to really put into. So that's going to be a podcast called Read Through Reality, where I'm basically going to sit and really open up nonfiction books and basically speak about them, how they fit into the journey, how you can use them to change your life. So each episode will be a book. And yeah, there might in the future be very deep, very intricate videos that I also put on Patreon under a monthly subscription. But to be honest, guys, I'm not here to make money, although I have to at some point. Like, this is a mission that I plan to fulfill over like the next few decades. And so there will come a point where I'm going to want to quit my job that I currently have so that I can move full time into this work, into this space. And so I'm already sort of starting to think of ways that I can do that. So hence the Patreon, and hence the potential for Patreon based subscriptions where there will be content behind that. But for now, I'm here to serve. I'm here to give this gift. I'm here to really help people create profound lives. That's like all I care about right now. It's all I'm doing. So, yeah, guys, I'm super excited and I'm fully committed. That's the most important thing. I care about nothing else but to fulfill this mission, but to literally serve people and help them create a more profound reality in whatever way I can. And that's why I plan to put a lot of time into this. And I really want to make it powerful. So if you are keen, if you are someone who wants to self-actualize and you are interested in growth, development, and like I said, just reality exploring in general, this is the channel for you. So please stay tuned and yeah, looking forward to my first video.